Hi, this is Tracy from We Craft at Home, and this is Tattered Lace, issue 11 of the digital magazine. I've come in close so that we can have a good look at it. I've had a look through, and I'm loving this one as well. I think they've got so much better every time, and they're so good at listening to the problems that we have and dealing with them. I'm definitely wanting to get next year's. Definitely. Okay, so this is the free file for this month. Pearlescent Crescent. I love it. I think it's gorgeous, and the ones they've come up with are just amazing. So many different ways this time. There's such a wide choice of ways of using it. So let's have a quick look through. So we've got 8 as usual. They're just all so different. I love this. It's completely different, isn't it? Love it. And I like this one. I like them all, I'll be honest. The one I went for, I'm going to do this one because I think it's the more complicated one. So I'm going for this one. Okay, so what's next? Poppies. I love all this stuff. I've got to be honest though, if any of you can answer a question for me. I'm not really sure who you send the cards to. So if any of you got any ideas, let me know. I mean, who do you send a card like this to? They're lovely cards, and I love poppies. Cute little mouse. I love the way they're able to put the same mouse in totally different cards and it looks completely different. You should have a good read of this. She's going to talk you through how Minecraft Studio can help you with your printing and things like that. Now this I absolutely adore. I'm going to do this card. It's just, I love the pose of the ballerina in this one. I mean, it's amazing. They're all really different, aren't they? They're all really nice, but definitely I like the first one. And I like all the sentiments that they've used separately as well. I mean, I love this. I was trying to think of a way of how I could put the other pose on this, but I think it'll just cover the middle and it'll kind of ruin it. Anyway, Magical Mill Pond. They're all so cute. I think I decided to do 2 from Magical Mill Pond, so this is one of them, the acetate card, because I love it. It's different, and it really doesn't look like the acetate's there. It's great. And then we've got Filigree Poppy Doily, even a box in that. I love this. I've done these several times, the triple easel. I've done my own files, so I won't do this one, but if anyone is stuck with it, just let me know. It's very straightforward to do, it is. And it looks amazing. Okay. So more matting and layering. These little tip things are so useful. Tumbling Trails. Love the flowers in these. I'm not usually much of a flower person. I know flowers are really handy. Gorgeous though. I love the ribbed effect there. And more Magical Mill Pond. So a little bit different. I like them all again, but I think I'm doing this one. See, that's black around there. I'm just going to use black card. I'm not going to use the charisma, but obviously personal choice. And this one, look, it's got an aperture in. It's lovely. So a lot of fretwork on this with the poppies. That's more like it. Just poppies to send to people. I love poppies, so I can understand that. I mean, this picture's lovely, isn't it? Colour theory again. I've actually learnt a lot reading this. I'm not great with my colours, but I found reading these I really have learnt. So you should give them a go. Design team feature. It's really pretty. Well done, Barbara. Embossing folders. I love the effect of these. But I didn't go with the ballerina one. I went with this one. And instead of New Home, I changed the font. But I really like this. It's just different, isn't it? So, although I love the ballerinas, because I'm already doing one, I thought we'd do this one instead. So, I mean, they're all beautiful, aren't they? So, oh, and that's the end of it. So, lovely magazine, if you ask me, this month. And it's definitely given me the resolve to get it again next year. I don't know about you guys. Okay, so now I don't think there's anything you need to see. We'll go over to the craft table and we will start crafting. Okay, so I'm over at the craft desk. I've got everything cut out. I've changed the colour of the card because I wanted it to be a bit brighter and the orange flowers were in there, so I used like a peachy colour. I also cut this, one of the panels I cut out of the middle of the card because otherwise I would have had to use a whole new piece of card. So I thought it wouldn't matter because it's going on the back of the main card anyway. So we have the main card. I've already glued it together. It's just a tag you put top fold. We will stick that straight on. It doesn't matter about the gap because we are covering it straight away. So there we go. So we are putting these two straight on there so the gap gets covered. I wanted a brighter feeling card, that's why I went for the peach. Well, it's more like maybe apricot. So there we go, straight away that bit's covered, and obviously there's card on the back so you cannot see that I took my extra panel out of there. It saved me a whole piece of card. There are quite a lot of bits to this one. Nothing to say you have to use it all, but I did like this kind of bubble effect. So that is the main card, and then you got these that you're going to do either side like this. So let's do that quickly. Okay, so let's just leave that a second and we'll do the same with this. I've glued that together. For some reason it's shorter. I don't know what I've done there, but anyway, the rest of it fits, so I'll sort that out afterwards. Unless it was the file, I need to check. But just changing the backing makes such a huge difference. Okay, you know what I didn't do? I didn't do the sentiment on the embossing thing because I didn't like it. I've just remembered. That goes on top of here. I think the sentiment gets lost. Let's just stick this on. Yeah, I feel personally that the sentiment gets lost
in all the embossing and everything. So I was going to do something else and then I forgot, so apologies. Right, we only need to glue the tiny bits because this is going to be like a pocket. There we go. Then this bit, I'm not sure, I can't remember where they say it goes. Alright, I'll have to have a look at that afterwards. So that is basically putting it together. That goes in there. They put a ribbon on top. Now I've got to find... Okay, I have lost the magnets. And I had them cut. I cut them out from just normal magnet sheets. I keep the scraps, you know, where you break them and everything. I keep all the scraps so that I can use them for little things like this. Sorry about that, found them. So I've just cut 2 little circles out and I'm just going to stick them. How do we need this? So this one needs to be stuck magnet side. And this one needs to be stuck the other side. So these are just cheap magnets I actually sell myself. I haven't tried them to... Oh, you donut. I haven't tried them to see if they work, if I'm being honest. Okay, I'm just going to leave them to take properly so they don't come off with the glue. While we concentrate on the flowers. So the next piece is to do the crescent and then you got all the flowers. What I was going to say was, let's see if it works. Okay, not strong enough magnets. I made a bit of a mistake. Let's just show you. Down this side of the card, it ripped a little bit and so it's gone a bit wonky. So what I was thinking was, because you get 3 sets to cut out, I thought one I would bring down as a extension and the other 2 I would use as decoupage. So that's what I'm going to do. And we'll just put it there. And then just like a little extra bit to hide my mistakes. So you don't have to do that. I'm doing it because I made a mess. So I want to make sure it kind of fits in with it as well as hiding the terrible mess I made. There. And then what I need a bit of peach ribbon up there, I think. Right, now let's just wipe this and try this. Now it's dry. No, they're not sticky enough. They were sticking when I tried them separately. I do prefer Velcro dots, I've got to say, but there's card number 1 almost done. I can't remember where this goes, but I think I might quite like it like this, with the bow over the top, or like this with the bow on it. I don't know. Do something different with it. But I do like the colours I chose. I think it looks nicer. I thought the blue was too dark. Maybe some autumny colours, but I like that. And then I would highlight this and I would do some pearl drops on the little pearls and things like that. So that's card number 1. Card number 2. Okay, I've done this one. The cutting out was a bit of a mess. I've used just my own 7x7 card. I'm just going to trim it down a little bit. Oh, actually, should we have a look? Let's just put it down and see what it looks like. I think I would probably, if I was taking my time, I would glitter up this dress as well so that it sparkles. Right, so I can see my messes there. So if I put the ballerina there, so that it hides my mess. Then you need like a purple bow up there, and I think they put flowers on as well, didn't they? Maybe to bring the pink out, and a sentiment as well. They didn't use a sentiment, but I would use one of the Dance Magic sentiments. But that's the basis of the card, which I love. I love the ballerina, I have to say. So then I done, that's this one. I done this one because I love it. It's just so different. So for me, it's a gorgeous card. But it is a very big card. It won't fit on your normal size cards. So if you want to size it down, it's bigger than an average A5 card. You belong over there. Okay, I haven't even scored this one yet. So I do love this one. I used my own black card rather than printing on the Charisma. I've got so much card anyway, you might as well use it rather than wasting your printing. Okay, so I've sharpened that crease, and then I'm just going to just, I think that looks nice, just there we go. And that's just doing it basically like it tells you. I would probably add some decoration like pearls, or like I said, glitter down the waterfall would show that up, and maybe something round here, I don't know. But I mean, even just like that, I love this card. But it is a big card, you probably have to make an envelope. I'd then done another, sorry, I'm getting confused here. I'd done another, I can't remember what this section was called now, but I love this like 3D card. And what I will do is stick the acetate first. Now I did do this, but I'm going to do it again because acetate can be a pain. Actually, I am going to stick it with high-tack tape, because acetate is probably the only time I prefer high-tack tape. Now I do have a little issue about how they've done this, because they've done it so that you put the greenery on top, however you want to do it, you know, you can do it any way you like, and then put them on top of the greenery. I was thinking if you put the greenery behind, then you might be able to hide all the detail of sticking this on top. So I'll attempt it and we'll see how it goes. I'm going to use glue. I know I've just said it's better not to, but I think with these parts, I think it might be better to use glue. So I am just going to add as little glue as I can. And what I want to try and do is space it out so that it covers everything. Let's just see how this works. I'm testing this live, guys. I don't know if it's going to work. So don't take my word for it just yet. So let's do that going along there. And then this bit we'll do straight up, I think. Although the glue's showing white on it at the minute, I don't know if you can see that. The glue is showing white at the minute. Once it's dry it won't, but I think we can cover it with these anyway. So if I put the main part on first, and I'm going to do that with glue, the first part, and then I'll decoupage, actually, because I want this snout to come out a little bit like it would. So maybe I will use a little bit on there. And then the rest I'm going to glue on, because I don't want to don't like it when you can see behind. I'll just put the main picture down first. There we go. So I just need to decoupage, and then the other thing is, I just want to show you quickly. I can see why they say it doesn't stand up very well. The only thing I'd say is that I don't know why they've chosen this bit to be white, because the rest of it is green. So I would go with either a spare bit of acetate and cut it out, or a bit of the green card left over, rather than going with white, because it just stands out. So if you do want to use that, all you've got to do is stick one side there and one side to the acetate, and then it holds it together. But that's the, it seems to have worked putting the green behind, I think. So, and that way you can't see the mess of sticking the stuff on the back, as you can see. Okay, next project. Okay, now this last one, I'm not going to fully put it together because I just want to show you there was a couple of mistakes, I think. So it's the one from the embossing folders where you make 2 cards. That one's going to go in there like that with the layers underneath. You're going to have them layers there, and then this one like this, and then they put a sentiment that says new home, I liked just for you. But what I've also done, I took another one of these and cut it out so that I could have a bit of extra on top. The other thing is that when I was doing this, although it gives you the bit for that, the only other bit I've had cut out is this. And this piece is not in the video and it doesn't fit on here. But they have a white piece in there, which I don't seem to have. So, and I've also got an extra piece, which I don't know what that bit's for. Is that the white piece? Maybe? I don't know. I don't know where I went wrong, but when I went back over the video, she doesn't have this piece. And she says that there is an extra white piece, which I couldn't find. So I don't know if it's me that's done it wrong or if they've got it wrong. But the rest of it will go together really beautifully. I mean, I do love this card. So, but I did do this extra bit, like I said. And then you'd have the sentiment there, and then the flowers. Although mine fell apart, I could still manage to put them back together. So this bit came here, and then that bit goes over the top of it, so the bit that ripped off is hidden. And then you've got extra bits as well. There was a little rose. Oh, I've lost it. It was a tiny piece, so there's a tiny little rosebud, but that seems to have gone as well. So, although it's a gorgeous card, oh, there it is. Nice little rosebud there. Although it's a gorgeous card, there are some things wrong with it, which you can sort out yourself easy enough, I know that. But not all of it goes together as it says. The parts aren't there that are meant to be there. So that's that one. I do love it though. But I just wanted to show you very quickly before I go. I cut another ballerina out. These are all the parts that are left over from the bits that I've done. And I'm thinking that, maybe with a strip of that down, or because this is the paper I used, or a thicker strip of it, not quite that thick, but a thicker strip of it going down the middle of a card with you know, a sentiment. I've cut a couple of sentiments out to try them out. Like this one would just be, you know, round like that. I would put maybe you need to cut out an offset of the ballerina so that she's standing up against the thing, and then that says dance with your heart and your feet will follow. So that's another card just by cutting out an extra ballerina and some sentiments, and that could be another card with some extra embellishments around it. I just wanted to show you quickly, you know, that you can do with the bits that are left over some lovely extra cards. So that is it for now. I'll see you again next month. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.